Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and in this video I'll be making 5 gift tags using the Tonic Studios craft kit number 44 called Santa's Sentiments. And with this first tag, what I've already done was die cut the tag out of white cardstock that's been lined with double-sided adhesive. So the entire tag had adhesive, and I was able to stick the second layer, which already has the word holidays cut into it, and to fill in the exposed adhesive, I'm just using the falling snow glitter that came in my kit. And because a lot of these little areas are pretty small, I definitely spent a lot of time really burnishing that glitter into the design. And what I try to do is just push it into the adhesive at different angles. That way you can kind of get it into all the little nooks and crannies. And so I do like to wipe it down also once I'm done with just a Swiffer cloth. I find that it picks up the loose glitter really, really well. The Happy Sentiment, that is actually foiled, so that came out of a Spellbinders Glimmer plate. I think it's their Holiday Sentiments set. And so that wasn't something that was included in the kit, but I didn't want to use the Happy Stamp and heat emboss, because the Happy Stamp that does come in the craft kit, it's a large font, so I wanted something small to contrast the Verso sentiment a little bit better. And you may also notice that the back of the tag has the word to and from stamped out. So that also, I went outside the kit a little bit. That stamp came from the Tonic Studios Craft magazine kit. It was issue number 9, the one that had the pillow box die set. And so all of my tags have that to and from stamped on the back. And this is using the exact same Verso die, but instead of filling with glitter, what I've done is taken the outline die and die cut that out of silver mirror card and backed the sentiment using that. And I liked using a dotty tape runner for really fine die cuts like this, because it's a lot faster than using liquid glue, and you can really get pretty good coverage going over all of those little fine lines. So I definitely have preferred to use the dotty tape runner these days, and I'm using the Tombow one in particular, but I know there are a lot of different brands out there. So one of the reasons why I am doubling up on all of my tags is, one, it just adds a little bit of extra structure and stability to the tag, so it makes it feel a little bit more substantial. And for a tag that's this size, I think it's nice for it to feel a little bit more solid. But second, I want that really nice finished edge on the back as well. So my cutting plates are very well worn at this point, so when I run my dies through, often I'll have that sort of scratchiness of my plates have been embossed onto the back of whatever card or cardstock that I'm using, and so it just often doesn't look very nice on the back there. And so by adding a second layer to it, I can put a professional edge on the back as well. And then the final reason for adding that is so that there's a place to actually write on the tag who it's to and who it's from. And I stamped that towards the top so that I could actually leave plenty of room in case whoever gets this wants to also add a little message. And here I'm going to shorten the banner a little bit, because my Merry sentiment is a lot shorter than the length of this banner. So I just nested that die cut right back into the same die and scooched that edge down a little bit. So you can always do that with the dies that have like that nice long stretch of straight edge, especially in this case where it doesn't die cut any sort of border, like there isn't a dotty border or a stitched border on this die. It's just a plain straight border. So really easy to kind of lengthen that or shorten it if you want. It just takes multiple passes through your die cutting machine. So eventually this set of gift tags will get bundled with some gift bags. I'm going to use the We Are Memory Keepers gift bag punch board that I got recently, and I'll be making a handful of gift bags to go along with these tags so that they can either be used together or separately. I'm not going to try to get too matchy-matchy with them, but I'm going to use some of the pattern paper that came in this kit to decorate the bags with. But so they'll still kind of go, but I'm not aiming for it to be like a dead-on match one-to-one with these tags. So you'll see that not in this video, but in my showcase video, how that gift set comes together. And I'll probably shoot a separate tutorial later on how to use that punch board. And because I know that I'll be making more of these gift sets as gifts for the holidays. And so this set here, one thing that I did notice was that for some of the verso designs, it can be a little bit hard to actually read the sentiment, and it really just depends on how much contrast there is between the top layer and the backing plate. The word Christmas, this one in particular, because the open space is a lot larger, it's actually a lot easier to read than some of the other sentiments. And so you can kind of get away with not having super high contrast like in that one, where it's sort of white and silver, so you don't really see a huge contrast there, but everything is still pretty legible. That isn't going to be the case, at least not that I've found to my eyes, for all of the sentiments. Some of them have a more even the holidays sentiment has just smaller gap, and I find that the smaller the gap, between it within the design, the harder it can be to read. And so in cases like that, you kind of want to choose either two solids that, or something that's just very high contrast, so a very dark layered on top of something very light. I also did try to die cut out of pattern paper for my top layer, and I think I tried that for one of my cards, and it was very, very hard to read. So for pattern papers and whatnot, I would definitely use that as the backing plate. But you also still have to be careful, because sometimes with the verso design being busy already, and then having a busy pattern paper behind it can also make it a little bit hard to read. So I found for the most part that sticking to solids, solid color cards, and high contrast worked sort of the best in terms of really making sure that everything is very, very legible. So that's just what I found in terms of, to my eyes, what was easier or hard to read. I should also note that the silver foil mirror card that I'm using actually doesn't come in this kit either. That's from my stash. But I wanted to kind of match it with the silver foil that I wanted to use, and so I thought that it would be a good match. So there's this is a final recap of the 5 tags that I made in this set, and As a gift set, I wanted to kind of keep it sort of simple, so I only used the 2 words, Christmas and holidays. I definitely wanted to include some very traditional Christmas and Christmas colors, but then also, in case whoever gets this knows people who don't celebrate Christmas specifically, then they can use just the more generic holidays tag. So, a couple of different options there. And I'll definitely be using this kit to make more of these tags and probably more gift sets as well. So this kit came just in time, so I'm really excited, and it's going to help me kind of chip away at all of my Christmas projects. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking, commenting, and sharing. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to get a notification every time I upload a new video. Thanks again, and until my next video, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye!